Hi friends, welcome to Naresh IT. My name is Nataraj. In this video, I am going to talk about how to develop Hibernate application through Hibernate reverse engineering process. In last video, part 1 video, I talked about how to install plugin and how to keep all the things ready. So in this particular video, I am going to focus on developing Hibernate application by using reverse engineering process. So what do you mean by reverse engineering? So we have tables, and based on the tables I would like to generate Hibernate configuration files, mapping files. If you don't want Hibernate mapping file, you have to develop domain class with annotation, domain classes with mapping annotation. This is called Hibernate reverse engineering. So it simplifies programmers' job by dynamically generating domain classes and configuration files and mapping files if needed, or domain classes with mapping annotation. So let's start the process. As I talked in other days class, other video, you have to keep some plugins ready. So just refer part 1 of this video, so you will get idea how to keep those things ready. So let's go for application. My fundamental requirement is I have an employee table. Based on that, I want to generate domain class with mapping annotation using Hibernate reverse engineering. I want to generate configuration file. Later, by developing some DAO kind of classes, I want to complete my persistence operations. So let's start the work now. So what are the resources? What are the resources I am going to take in this application development? Yeah, employee table, employee DB table. Yes. Next, employee domain class or entity class. Next, Hibernate dot cfz dot xml file, Hibernate configuration file, domain class with mapping annotations. Nice, Hibernate configuration file. I am going to take some DAO classes. Employee DAO, which is employee DAO, which is DAO interface. Employee DAO IMPL, which is DAO IMPL class, implementation class. Next, employee DAO factory, employee DAO factory, which is a factory class, creating object of the implementation class, which is a factory class creating the object of the implementation class. So these are the resources. My basic thought is I will supply the table. Based on the table, I would like to see the generation of mapping configuration file, this one, and domain class with annotation, so that I can develop these DAO classes normally. At the same time, to test it, I want to take one client application. What is this? Test client. So some test client, which is a client application, because where I want to access DAO and I want to check whether this persistence logic is executing or not. So you might have developed this application, this kind of application, without reverse engineering support, but here I want to do with reverse engineering. So shall we start doing that? Yes. So in this IDE already we are having plugin boss. What is that? JBoss supplied Hibernate tool plugin is there, which is very much required to perform reverse engineering. So let's see all the things one by one. Step 1. So step 1 or point 1. Okay, step 1 or what? Point 1. So let's observe, keep Java project ready. Keep Java project ready in Eclipse IDE. Keep Java project ready in what? Eclipse IDE. Let's go for it. New. I think in my system Maven is there. I will go for what? Maven. So here we have next. I am going to create a standalone only. Next. Group ID generally organization name or reverse of any domain name. Reverse of, you have a website, reverse of domain name. Suppose you have a nataraj.in, in.nataraj. Either organization name or reverse of your domain name. Okay. Artifact ID, this is the real project name here. Okay. So the project name is HB save project, because saving object in Hibernate is technically called inserting record. So HV save project. And what is the package you want to take? The package I want to take here is domain is the default package. So let's say finish. Let's say finish. So we got a project here. Let's go to pom.xml. Here I want to add, here I would like to add jars related to Hibernate. I would like to add jars related to Hibernate, dependency tags related to Hibernate. So Hibernate core is there. If you add it, automatically you will get what? All dependent jars. Okay. So go to pom.xml, and there is a easy way to get dependency tags. You know that. What is this? Just go to mvnrepository.com. Just type what? Hibernate core, say search. Yes, click on it. Then I found 5.1.0 is quite stable version. Go to Maven, because we are using Maven here. So just go there, say paste. So this automatically downloads Hibernate related jars. It automatically downloads Hibernate. First it will search in local repository .m2 folder of Windows installation user folder. If not there, it will collect from central repository. But we need one more jar, that is ojdbc6.jar. So that is definitely what? ojdbc6.jar is also required. So listen, if you cannot keep through Maven, you can keep manually also, no problem. Because ojdbc6 is a commercial jar. In a central repository it is not available. Either you have to add to local repository of Maven manually and put here, or you can directly add to the build path of the Eclipse project. Maybe in other videos you might have seen how to add commercial jars to local repository directly, but in this discussion I want to even show, if you cannot add through Maven, you can add through project manually by using configure build path option. Happily it will recognize. Happily, that means some jars you can add through Maven repository, some jars you can add manually through build path option. Fine here. So we created one project and we are ready with that project. That's a good news. So, and as usually, you know, Maven by default comes with what? 1.5 setup. You please change that one to what? 1. Add library, system library. You please change that one to 1.8 setup. Yes, change it to 1.8. Similarly, change Java compiler 1.8, and the project facet also make sure that 1.8 of Java is there. Yes, anyhow 1.8 only there. Apply, okay. So we are ready with the project, and in fact we are ready with the jars also. Okay. So next, step 2, create Hibernate configuration file using Hibernate perspective wizard. Hibernate perspective wizard. Window menu, perspective, open perspective, other. That we confirmed this wizard is available after installing plugin. Say OK. Say OK. So we got it here. There you create a configuration, add configuration. I am adding configuration here. Yes. choose one name for the configuration. Choose one name for the configuration. Yes, I am taking some HB1 as the shortcut. H1 as the shortcut. So I want annotations, and it is giving support for Hibernate 5.2. No problem. Let's continue with this. Next, next it is asking us to choose project. Yes, I am choosing HB save project. Yeah, see, the moment we choose the project, the error has gone. Okay. Next, configuration file. So I am just creating a new configuration. So except with respect to which database you want to get configuration file entries, Oracle. Say next. Which driver you should use? Here I am having button to choose the driver. I am choosing Oracle thin driver of 11. Okay. Jars list. Here already one jar is there, but let me add the latest jar. What is the jar? C drive, Oracle exe. Here search for OJDBC6.jar. Save. Yeah, go there. Oracle thin driver. Nice. These details are given. Yes. Properties. All the details are done. Yes. Yeah. Service name. Nothing but I don't want service name. I want to give SID. The SID is what? XC. This is the URL. JDBC colon Oracle colon thin @ what? Server 1521. Host is what? Local host. Host is local host. All details here. JDBC driver details 1521. Username in this system is system. Password is what? Manager. Save the password. Test connection. Yes, ping succeeded. Then next, showing overall summary. Then finish. So we got some name here, new Oracle kind of thing. So no property file, configuration file, setup. I want to create a new, my main intention is creating new property file. Create new. What's the name of the property file? What is the name of the property file? Hibernate.cfz.what? XML. This is the name of the property file. So com.nt.domain. Only this is the package we got. Is there any possibility of creating package here? Right. So later we will move to appropriate package. What I do is I will try to add in. I'll try to add in com.nt.domain. Later we will move to what? com.nt.cfz package. So session factory name is not important. Get values from connection. This one. So because of this, all these things will come. Choose the dialect. Yes, I am choosing Oracle 10. So these are enough. Save finish. These are enough. Finish. Yes, persistence event, all these are not required. Save OK. Yeah, here also choose the dialect. What is the dialect? Oracle 10G dialect. So let's choose the dialect once. Oracle 10G dialect. Yes. So no other options are required. So these are the basic details. Apply OK. These are the basic details. Apply OK. Then go to the source code. You can observe here. One configuration file is dynamically generated, having all JDBC driver related properties, connection properties and dialect property. But there are two modes here, Project Explorer and Hibernate perspective. Go to this project folder. So it came nice, but let me show the availability of the configuration file. Our main intention is not to store configuration file in domain package. Since we have not created proper package, so we have temporarily stored in domain package. But as per industry practice, people prefers to place that one in which package here? Let's try to keep one more package. What is this? Java. Where is this package? com.nt.cfgs. Save finish. Here is my CFG package. Yes, we have placed a configuration file in CFGs. Let me explain. If you first create packages at the time of generating configuration file, you can choose the package. Since we have not created a package first, so first temporarily I stored in what? Domain package. Later I am moving to appropriate package. The proper best practice is first create all the packages so that you can generate everything in a proper place. Okay. So anyhow, domain package is there to generate Hibernate domain classes with entities. So let's concentrate on next part. Step number 3. Generate Hibernate domain class based on employee DB table using Hibernate reverse engineering process. Using Hibernate reverse engineering process. So let's observe how to do this work. So here there is an option, boss. What is that option? Hibernate code generation configuration. Yes, click on it. Add new configuration. So I am just taking something called CFG1. Okay, all right. So I mention configuration name. In this main, right, here you have to choose HB1. This is the name I have given while creating configuration file. Output directory, just to choose project folder, SRC folder of the project. Reverse engineering from JDBC connection. Reverse engineering, which package? In that one, com.nt.domain. Which package? com.ent. Reverse engineering XML. This is the XML which points to table on which you want to do reverse engineering. But before doing this, go to SQL prompt and confirm whether table is available or not. Select star from employee. Yes, we have a table. Okay. So now reverse engineering setup. Tell me, it is asking whether you want to create a new reverse engineering file. Reverse engineering file is going to have table name. So, or you want to use the existing one. I want to create a new one. Where you want to create? As usually, I would like to create in what? Java com nt cfcs. What's the name? Same name. Say next. Say next. Say refresh. So all these things we are doing to create one XML file pointing to the table. So when I ask to generate the domain class, it will generate based on that particular table. It takes time here. This process takes time because it talks to database, pull out all the tables, and you have to choose one table out of those tables. So though the database is there in the local machine, so definitely it takes bit amount of time. Try to be patient. So don't do activities like closing window or closing Eclipse kind of thing with frustration. So it takes minimum 1-2 minutes time. Okay. So then only list of tables will come so that we can pick up the table. Yeah, we got list of tables here. So our username is this one. There you look for table called employee, right? Select it, click on include. Select it, click on include. Say finish. It's purely process based here, purely process based. Concentrate. Select all these options. Nice. Go to exporters tab. Java 5 syntax I want. EJB3 annotations I want. Domain code I want. I don't want mapping file. I don't want any mapping file. because I want to work with annotation. That's the latest. Okay, so these are the 3 things I have chosen. So let's go for, say, apply, say run. Say apply, say run. Here we got something called, what is this? Employee.java. You can observe that. Maybe it is not reflecting in this package, but here it is giving me what? Employee.java. See this, happily we are getting table, entity, EID, all annotations are generated. Yes, we got a basic domain class. So we are ready with the configuration file. We are ready with what? Domain class. And we can also observe whether configuration file is updated or not. I think not updated. So please update configuration file, specifying what? To configure it, mapping class is equal to com dot nt dot domain dot, what is this? Employee. Yes, because we have to configure the class that is having mapping annotations in the configuration file. Yes. So let's not worry why it is not coming over here. If possible, we also copy paste over here. Yes. So actually it should come, but no problem. It's not a big issue now. So let's concentrate on remaining classes generation. Let's concentrate on remaining classes generation. Step 4, tell me, develop DAO interface, comma, DAO implementation class, and DAO, what is this? Factory class. DAO factory classes. So let's observe how to create all these things. First of all, I am taking a package here. What is the package here? So others, Java package, nice, com.nt.dao. Okay. In this DAO, I'll go for others. First, let me add interface. Yeah, what is this? Employee DAO. Employee DAO. Yes. In this employee DAO, let me take one method. What is that method here? Public int save. Because I just want to return generated identity value, nothing else. Okay. What is the domain class? Employee EMP. Employee EMP. Nice. Control plus shift plus O. Nice. Let's go for develop implementation class. Develop implementation class. What is implementation class? So I am developing one DAO implementation class. Employee service IMPL. Employee service IMPL add. What is this? Employee. Yeah, 1 minute. So it's a DAO now. Better to take name as what? DAO IMPL. That's nice. Add. Tell me what is this? Employee DAO. Save OK. Save finish. Let's write one persistence logic here. So DAO IMPL implements DAO. Here is what? Save method. Here I am writing persistence logic. So what is this? So let's create Hibernate session factory, comma, session objects. Let's create Hibernate session factory, comma, session objects. Yeah, first of all, let me straight away create in one line. What is this? Session SES is equal to null. Nice. SES is equal to and then tell me new configuration dot configure. What is this? Com slash nt slash cfg slash hibernate.xml dot, what is this, build session factory dot open session. Like this we are ready with what? Session object. Then we want to save the object. So let's directly save the object by taking transaction. Transaction tx is equal to null. Nice. Here tx is equal to session dot begin transaction. Yes. Control plus shift plus O. Here transaction. I am just importing the package. Try block here. Session dot save. What is this? EMP. Session dot save EMP. Here I am taking some number ID is equal to 0, and here we'll go for ID is equal to, so it actually save method returns identity value once it saves the object. End of what block? Try catch. What is this? Exception E. Exception E. Here I will try to roll back it. So since we are rollbacking, we have to think about even committing the transaction or not, and better to begin the transaction inside the try block. Say paste. So you begin the transaction, you commit the transaction, and what? You save the object, rollback. Here at the end return ID value, generated ID value. You know that once you save the object, you will get ID value, generated ID value. Yes, end of the method, end of the class, end of the method, end of the class. Save employee EMP, configuration, begin transaction, save, tx.commit, rollback, all these things. We are ready with this. We'll go for, nothing great here. Here I got session object, then I begin the transaction, I committed it. Here I am saving the object, and simply I am what? Rollbacking transaction. It's a regular code. So Hibernate reverse engineering tool work is over the moment, okay. So configuration file and domain classes are generated. So generally we take one DAO factory also, other class to simplify the process of creating DO implementation class. So DO implementation class object, we take one factory also. What is this? Employee DAO factory. Nice. So here is my public, what is this? Public static employee DAO get instance, return new employee DAO IMPL. Here I am creating and returning object of DAO IMPL class, employee DAO IMPL class. So let's see, employee DAO IMPL. So one small spell mistake has come, let's convert that. Okay, employee DAO IMPL. Nice. So we are ready with factory. Factory is there providing abstraction layer for object creation. Whoever uses this factory, so they need not to worry how DAO IMPL class object has come. But when method is called, automatically the DAO IMPL class object will come. What is that method? Get instance. Any name you can take, but generally in factory class we take the method name with what? Get instance. Fine, right? DAO factory, DAO IMPL. So now I'll take one test package. So last one. Step number 6. Develop client application to test the code. Develop client application to test the code. Right click, new, other, I'm taking one package. Where is Java? Let's create one package. What is the package? com.nt.test. In that, okay, we'll go for others, Java class. Yeah, what is the class here? Test class, test client. That's it. So here we want to write a code to test the environment. Yeah, let's go to first get to DAO. Tell me how to get the DAO. Employee DAO is equal to null. Yes, import the package. Employee DAO is equal to null. So let's see. Here DAO is equal to, yeah, from where you have to get? From DAO factory, how to get? Employee DAO factory dot get instance. Employee DAO factory dot get instance. Next, invoke methods. Yeah, what is the method we are having? Save method. We have having one method, DAO method. What is that? Save. So to call that method, first of all, we need to have employee class object. Let's create employee class object with some dummy data. Employee emp is equal to new employee. Yes, we need to follow coding standards here. Cut here, paste here, emp is equal to null. Yes, control plus shift plus O. Nice. Emp dot set EID. I'm just taking some 1005, some number. Emp dot set first name, some Raja. Next, emp dot set last name, some Rao. Emp dot set email, rao at x.com. So let's complete the process here. Here I am taking into employee number is equal to 0 because DAO class save method returns identity value once it saves the object. Saving object is nothing but what? Inserting record into the table. ENO is equal to, what is this? We have something called DAO dot, what is the method? Save method. Yes, EMP. So here let me write one message. Sysout system dot out dot println. Okay. Employee saved with number ENO. Yes. So like this we completed what? Application development. Like this we simply completed application development. So all jars are there, setup is there. Let's summarize what I have done. So first keep the table ready, then keep the project ready using tool, whatever reverse engineering tool is there. Using that I generated configuration file. Later using same tool I generated domain classes with annotations. Okay. Then lastly what I have done, okay, I have developed one DAO interface implementation class factory, and to test the application I developed one client. And when it comes to jars, all jars will be taken care by Maven because we have written some dependency tags, and using that Maven will take care of this. So this is my test client. Let's run the application. So it's generating log messages. Yes, employee saved with number 1005. So let's check whether record is really inserted or not. Select star from employee. Yes, 1005 record has been inserted or not? Yes. So why should we learn Hibernate reverse engineering? If reverse engineering is not there, configuration file, mapping file, domain classes, everything you have to create on your own. If a project is having 4-5 tables or 5-6 tables, 10 tables, somehow you will manage to create them. You don't have any problem. Let us assume project is big, 100 plus, 200 plus tables are there, and generating domain class or mapping files or domain class with annotation, mapping annotation for every table separately is impossible here. You may ask me, if tables are in relationship, reverse engineering tool will generate those domain classes effectively. Definitely it also generates effectively. So if in coming videos I will try to address how to use reverse engineering tool when tables are in relationship and how to create domain classes participating in what? Relationship. So in real time, reverse engineering tool is quite useful, especially to speed up the process. It is very useful. Maybe setup may take little bit time, but once it is ready, think about it is getting applied on 100 tables, 200 tables at a time to generate what? Domain classes, mapping files, configuration files very much dynamically. So thank you. While practicing this application, be careful. You have to be little bit patience. Sometimes it takes time to download the thing. Sometimes it takes time to populate the tables. Okay, and you should choose proper compatible plugins. So if you don't choose proper and compatible plugins, issues may come. Okay, so while watching this video also, I request observe each and every minute detail so that you won't be doing any mistakes while doing practicals. Thank you. In coming videos, I'm even going to show how to do the same reverse engineering by using NetBeans IDE support. Thank you.